Hey, it's Candice from Karuna Wellness with this week's video. You can hear it in my voice. I am unwell. I spent all day yesterday sleeping because I was not listening to my body. And then before that, I wasn't listening to the emotions and the narrative that Spirit was trying to communicate with me. So I got put on timeout. So that's what I want to talk about today, be a little more vulnerable, and hopefully something I'm sharing relates for some of you in your journey. So let's speak about things in energetic terms. So when we're sick, yes, there could be germs, etc., but energetically, what is being sick? So when we are unwell, we have dis-ease, right? That means that our body is communicating something. There's a message that we are not receiving. So spirit or body is putting a big highlighter on it, going, hello, right over here. And it is usually it's very plain, very simple messaging, and sometimes I call it cosmic comedy, where they really communicate something with humor. So I have the congestion. I had really bad congestion in my sinus. Typically, it means it's pressure that I'm putting on myself. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. I need to get out of my head. I'm overthinking. I had a headache as well, right? They're like, I'm getting kicked out of my head. Like, get out of your head, Candice. I was also coughing a lot. It felt really like upper respiratory. And for me, the upper respiratory represents something that I'm upset about, I'm angry about. And when I feel into it just for myself, I just ask, like, what's the message? First thing that comes to mind, same thing I tell my QHHT clients. It's a pattern that I have held throughout lifetimes. And there's a little bit of a persecution fear, but it's people pleasing. And then I get angry that essentially that I'm people pleasing and I'm abandoning myself and I'm grieving the betrayal of myself. And I'm not holding myself accountable to myself, essentially, is what it is. And that's the coughing, the grieving, and also paired with the fear of persecution, that if I speak my truth, I'm going to get burned at the stake, or I'm going to be persecuted in some way. So I am shedding that right now. I'm doing a course right now with Sunshine Lane. Her organization is called Infinity Soul Connections, and we are in week 6 now. And we've been doing some cellular releases. And so this is something that has come up from that. And this is the first time I think I can recall where I've been physically unwell, so experiencing dis-ease, but I have clarity in my head. Like, I'm able to see and know what's happening and why. And other things are happening that they're telling me, like, I don't need to know the nitty gritty, but just allow that flow through without guilt, without shame, just allow the feels to come through. And so that's what I've been doing. And I can really feel a lot of, like, again, that people pleasing, that martyrdom complex, like, oh, I've got to do it. If I don't do it, who else is going to do it? Everything's going to fall apart without me. Shedding those lies, essentially, is what they are now. They were something that served me, yes, a long time ago. It's part of my programming when I was raised. But now they're not serving me in the same way and my highest alignment anymore. And so it's like I'm almost like disjointed. Like, there's like these two different versions of myself. Like, all parts of me are always existing right now, but the current version of me is almost like trying to coexist as if I'm like the not current version of me, like with the previous, past, we'll call it, versions of myself, different vibrational versions of myself. And that's causing disharmony in the song that my aura plays or my soul plays. And so hence the disease. So in acknowledging that, then what happens is I'm allowing this to move through my system, but also if I want this to change, I need to change. I'm being told, given a shake, like, put on timeout, like, hey, Candice, what you're doing is not working anymore. You need to stand up for yourself. You're not hurting other people by setting boundaries. You need to rest more often, and you need to let go of control, letting go of things and allowing a new dynamic to filter into your life, and stop trying to control every little nitty gritty thing. So that's what I'm working on right now, healthy boundary setting. And that's been a lesson for me the last year and a half, 2 years. Well, beyond that, but more intensively, I want to say last year and a half, 2 years. And so this is just the next layer or level for myself to do that in all my relationships, my closest relationships, relationship with myself, everything and fortifying that and cementing that into this higher vibration that I'm entering so that I can level up and be a better version of myself, not and for myself, yes, and for the collective, for my family, for my kids, whatever, but bring it all back to myself. So I just wanted to share how I process what's going on in my body when I'm feeling unwell. Right? It's just lack of self-care. I'm not taking care of myself. I've abandoned myself. And I have that sense of betrayal. And that is something I've done very often, right? It's, betraying myself and abandoning me to serve others. And that's not sustainable. And I know that's not sustainable, but I keep fucking doing it. And I don't know why I keep doing it, right? So it's like, get off that hamster wheel, Candice, unless you want to keep doing this over and over again. I'm like, no, I don't want to. So I keep shaving off layers of this and doing it with much ease and grace as I can. But this time, obviously, I pushed it a little too hard, and I'm being told to stop and slow down and be more introspective and stop just barging through thinking I know best, because sometimes I don't know best. Sometimes I just need to be, and being is the best instead of like analyzing everything. So hopefully this resonates with some of you. If you're transcending or shedding something right now, or if you've got any aches, pains, or dis-ease in your body right now, maybe share that in the comments below. What's happening in your body and what is the message? So the first thing that comes to mind, just start automatic writing and see what that message is from your body. And sometimes it's things that we don't want to admit to ourselves. I have a hard time with some of them too. So just share below, and it'll be interesting to see what everyone comes up with.